Oh, look who it is. It's us. Who are we? I'm so glad you asked. We are Apochromatic Unlimited. We are a POC collective. We always debate what this term should be. Folks in the tabletop gaming space, and we're here today doing Court of Blades. If you've been following our campaign so far, good idea. It's really good. My name is Max. I use he/they pronouns, and I play Briar in this campaign, who uses he/him pronouns. And I will now throw it to Taylor.
Hello, I'm Taylor at _potato_ on the internet. And today I will be playing Babs, the Couth, who's uncouth. And then I will send it over to Leona.
That's me, and I had to find my unmute button first. Hello, I'm Leona. Today I will be playing Vidya Almari, aka Sparrow, and she is the key of the group. And I will pass it over to Logan.
Hello, I am Logan. My screen makes me look like a robot, so beep beep boop. That's okay. You can probably hear me, and I'm charming that way. I am playing the Hawk. His name is Vincent. Both of us use he/him pronouns, and I think that means I throw it to our storyteller, Paul.
Hey everybody, I'm Paul. You can find me on the internet where I want you to find me at either Cincy0GP or PaulMarchant6 on Twitter. And I'm going to be taking this motley ragtag crew of lovers and others through lots of crazy stories. And that is how we do here. I believe we've got a weird mix of energies happening, and it should be a good old time. If last we left our intrepid band of protagonists, because I don't say heroes, I feel protagonist is the appropriate terminology for any game I am running. And for those of you who see me run games before, you'll know why, because I like feelings, and I don't think I'm not into heroes and villains anymore. I got too old for that shit. But our protagonist here, they had stumbled upon the death of Briar's brother, believing it not to be an accident, for he was found bloody on the floor of a lab. He had been doing some things, and it tied into the House of Ill Repute from the last arc, that he might have been going there and may have fallen in the loves and done the things. So we'll see how that goes. Which leaves our band of characters back, I believe, at their own manor, not in the company of good old Uncle Omar, who's up to whatever Uncle Omar gets up to, which now has changed other people's opinions about Omar may or may not get up to from time to time. Because now it's disturbing to people what he may or may not have been getting up to. He's not going to say anything. But with that being the case, what do people want to start off? Because it sounds like we're going to be focusing on this house and its repute and whether it's ill or not. So we figure we should probably start maybe there, unless there's other plans. I'm always open to other plans. You guys can, I don't put games on rails, so you guys completely sideline me and be like, no, we're gonna go to the moon instead.
I mean, I think I'm fine with starting there as long as we have a quick little side scene. Doesn't even have to be acted out, but just again of Vincent and Babs going through the armory, just like stuffing their bags.
That's what I was just going to say.
Sure, I mean, we can
need
just
to
pick
stuff
back
our
up.
bags.
Yeah.
We start this episode where we started the last episode, which is the armory.
Yes, exactly.
Unleashing farm animals of war, Lana. Whatever farm animals of war. But there we go. So we find Babs and Vincent in the armory again, rearming up to go do the thing they were going to do last time we found them. And I will pan away. What's Briar up to, other than apparently maybe setting up a room for her sister and her now a little bit more squirey boyfriend here, who seems to have evolved from pushover.
Yeah, I think really that's probably exactly what he's doing is setting up the place, because this is somewhere that he's resided for quite some time, but he never really considered the idea that like anyone from his like old life or especially his family would be here. So I think he is just like setting up a guest room really nice, and you see him like there's like a vase on a table and you see him like move it to the side, and then he takes his hand away and looks at it for too long, and then he moves it back, and he takes his hand away and stares at it, and that's what he's up to right now.
So question about this guest room. Is he planning for just the sister? Is he planning for the sister and maybe the soon-to-be brother-in-law? What's his take on this guest room?
I'm a cool older brother. He said,
Cool guy.
listen, he said that he would take care of it. Matthew has never wronged Briar before, and so they can stay in the room together.
Is it 2 beds separated by like a thing, or is it 1 bed?
I think it's 1 bed and like a box of condoms, like like the whole nightstand is
just a drawer of rubbers. Like you're like,
yeah.
I just got a drawer of rubber. You just pick that in there. Be safe. Just be safe. I want you to be safe. I'm not looking to be an uncle right meow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not your decision.
We gotta
right?
kick mom out of town before any kids start happening.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. So yeah, they'll arrive. It'll be Matthew and your sister. They do arrive fairly, like, not inconspicuously, but definitely not like any pomp and circumstance. They're not coming in like the servants' entrance, but it's very much like took a cab, like took an Uber, didn't take the family transport type situation. But she's got like not an overnight bag, but clearly not a cat. There's no cat. They did not bring the cat. That's just Taylor with the cat. They didn't bring like an overnight bag, but they clearly bought like a couple days worth of clothes.
Wonderful.
So she's happy to get out for a few days, whatever things she told the rest of the family. She probably didn't tell them she was on the way to come hang out over here, because mom might have freaked out after having seen Omar for the first time in like 20 years. There's no beef there at all. No beef.
Rest in peace, Uncle Nikolai.
He fell down an elevator shaft onto some bullets. It is my favorite line from that ridiculous movie, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so they arrive. They're happy to see you. They give Briar hugs and salutations, and your sister seems to be in much better shape than she was the last time you saw her. Is there anything you want to do other than be like, I'm being a cool bro, then you can stay at my cool new bro house? Or is it just show them to their room? Or is there some things you want out of this situation?
I think he just wants to make sure that they get settled. Just like very doting. Not on top of them, but like, if you need the bathroom is here, and if you need water is here, and the kitchen is that way, and just like every piece of information that they don't need, he is giving them right now.
They happily accept it. Matthew will legitimately ask what the carry policy is around here, because he's technically a visiting squire from another house hanging out in this house, and he does not want to offend the wrong way.
You can do whatever you want, man. Omar's not gonna be offended.
Legit.
I think it comes from like the understanding that he could take any one of us, or any 2 of us, probably any 3 of us, at any given time.
The drunk guy? Well, I mean, his rumor is that he's kind of a drunkard, and a little bit of a philanderer. You think he could take us?
Between the 2 of us, I'm pretty sure that that's more of like a, like a cover.
Like a facade?
Yeah.
Like he's just playing? Okay.
Yeah, he well, not that he doesn't like to drink, he does, but I mean, when he's not drinking, he's pretty capable.
So you don't think he drinks as much as he lets on, or you think it's like he just gets drunk a lot?
I think when you drink that much, you get better at doing other stuff when you're drinking.
Fair enough.
Don't quote me on that science, but...
Have you been drinking a lot since you moved out? You weren't really a drinker back in the day, so...
Not in front of you. I drink less now
bad.
that I don't live with her.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Yeah, we told him Matthew, like, your sister is just like, I'm flopping on a bed and passing out levels of exhausted. But Matthew's like, we told them we'd be getting away for a few days and didn't really tell them where we're going. So,
Yeah, you're just like on a fun little vacation. We
Yeah.
can talk business, I guess, after Sandra sleeps.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do, man, but I'm not sure. I didn't ever think that I'd really be in this position, so.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair. All right. Well, cool. Well, I'm gonna stay here with Sandra. We're gonna chill out. Hopefully this Omar dude's cool with us being here as well.
I
It's
did
cool.
ask him before
Yeah.
I invited you. I mean, I had him send for you, so
Oh,
he
yeah.
knows.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. I just heard that through my people. Like, it was weird. I heard through my. Yeah.
I didn't
He
even know
definitely
that
did
you
not
had
ask
people.
for me by name. Yeah. I mean, I have a knight I'm sworn to, so like I have people.
Oh, that was.
I
my
didn't just do
suggestion,
nothing
actually.
after people left. I don't live in.
Um,
I didn't live in stagnation. Like, we're just waiting for stuff to happen. You gotta, if you want things to happen, you gotta make them happen.
Exactly. And I want you to know that if this all does go to plan, I really do have your back.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have invited you here if I didn't.
That's fair. You do find out the knight that he is sworn to is like in the service of the old man from the house you just allied to.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
thing. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you two or does your what is one's knight referred to as? Like, is it just like your knight, or is there another term for it?
I assume it would be liege, but I don't. I'm not gonna go pull through the book right now because I honestly don't know off the top of my head. Look at that, being a bad storyteller. So
Is your the night that you serve, are you going to this ball thing coming up?
I mean, I'm not high enough up the food chain to really go to the ball. Not my. I mean, my dude can probably get an invite, but I'm as a squire, I'm kind of in the lower rungs of going to balls and
Oh, I
galas.
thought they might have
I don't
you
have
working.
enough stroke.
No, that's
Uh,
fair.
I mean, the best I could hope for is doing code attendance, and I'd rather be seen not doing code attendance because that's considered a crappy duty. So if I'm not seen there, then it's seen that I'm favorable.
Okay, fair enough.
Because then I'm not on crap job.
In that case, I hope you don't get invited.
Thanks, appreciate it. He's like, thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, you know that some of the squires of like some of the houses get stuck in that position of like basically being coat check guys and like not waiters, but like that kind of security you're not really paying for. Like they're very much the security theater of the situation, as opposed to the real security. And we all know what happens when things go bad to security theater. They tend to get beat up, and nobody wants that job.
Yeah.
So either it's possibly getting punched in the face, possibly escorting drunken nobles, or possibly in the situation where, like, guess what? I'm working coat check. Hooray!
Out of those three things, I would reasonably choose coat check.
Yeah, and coat check's still not fun. It's still
No.
some annoying noble being mad that you're not getting them their cape or cloak fast enough. You know? Yeah, but he's very much like, he lets you know that's like, not getting invited is the good sign, because then you know you're not on somebody's crap list.
Yeah.
Like it's no one, the crap is not rolling downhill onto you, it's rolling downhill onto some other squire who's problematic.
That's
There
also
is-
kind of good, because if we need someone to handle something while we're all being seen inside, we might be able to rely on him.
Yeah, quite probably. So what is the Sparrow up to while this is going on? Is the Sparrow slowly making her way to the armory because you hear all the clanging and somebody's like, "Get the grenade launcher!" And they're like, "Wait, what's a grenade launcher? I don't."
Get me my
Yeah.
boomstick.
Yeah,
I need
probably.
an M302.
Oh dear. Yeah, no. I
P90.
feel like this is a moment where she's just like, oh boy, okay, let me go and make sure that they don't go overboard, like super overboard. So yeah, she'll just go over there.
Taylor, was that a guilty hair flip? Because that came across like a guilty hair flip. I'm just letting you know.
A little bit. I would
Do not
never
call
go
me. I did not
overboard.
call me.
We go just to the limit of overboard, and we kind of tip it, just a little bit, but within like some acceptable boundaries of society, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Our goal is when people look at us, they say, well, it could have been worse.
mhm,
We were almost there.
yeah.
They like things sharp, be it cheese or blades. That's the way they roll.
Hell yeah.
Cheese or blades.
Boy, am I about to recommend a crown of candy very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Keep sharp.
Keep sharp. Yep. But yes, so you find them. They are doing the same thing you did the last time you found them in the armory, shoving axes into bags. Like,
I
If you just
can't really stop them this time. I think I'm just kind of watching. And just being like, okay, I don't know about the grenade launcher, but like, she can't stop him with the axes.
mhm.
see, if you just angle everything, it's all about the angle. Really, it is always about the angle when you stuff things in. So just stuff it a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. You'll get anything in any bag. Trust me.
That is his experience as a bounty hunter. Take that as you will. I know some of you are taking it from very different directions right there. See
I mean,
all the
some people
brains
like to
turning.
take it in very different directions. It really is
They
just
do.
it's just
Back,
preferences.
back, forth, and forth. But yeah, no. So the two of you are gearing up. Are you going to get the rest of the party, or are you two going to wander off to try to go to this house of ill repute by your lonesome?
I am under the assumption, Babs,
Mhm.
that we're getting weapons to defend ourselves.
Yes. Defense. Defense.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
that's smart. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm actively gonna go try and kill anybody because I don't know who, and I don't really want to get that involved.
Yes, my gun's not really good for just defense. It's really good with offense. So, I'm saying we keep doing what we're doing here, but maybe we should get Briar, and then he looks over at Vidya, and maybe someone who can negotiate with people. And if that all, fails, and then he pulls out his rifle, I just start blasting,
I do not disagree. I will say this is a house of ill repute. While granted it does cater to those of the higher tier, do you want to be seen there? Do we need to like do some make up the sparrow to not look like the sparrow kind of vibe, or are we all right like going in there being fancy? There's what is our approach fully?
Well, I
That's a
mean,
good question. I don't know
we
what the
could
approach
we
is.
could go with me being a bounty hunter. Maybe I know there's a bounty in there, and we're hunting.
Okay, I like that.
That's an option.
You- I feel like that could easily cause chaos, which would be very fun because as soon as someone knows a bounty hunter's there, I bet like 30 people are gonna run out of that building.
And that solves us the problem of getting people out of the room in the building.
Okay. Also, I need to remember because I did drink a lot of booze in the last few days, and I did stay up really late. Anyway, a lot of investigating has been happening. I have obviously my like shit I want to figure out on this turf war so that my home can quiet the fuck down and people can stop like arguing in the streets. And then we're also wanting to talk to this lady. Do we know her name? Of Briar's brother's love? I don't remember if
I
the
don't
name
think we
was
got her name.
listed.
I think it was Francesca.
Was it Francesca?
I
Okay,
don't know
swear we
why
did
that
get-
name is calling to me, but I'm pretty sure that was her name.
That was
Because he had the papers for her release.
He did have the
Okay,
papers
yeah.
That's
for a
right.
raise.
That's
Okay.
right. There was papers.
So I guess realistically, Briar should probably come because that's some familial closure right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then were we stealing the deed?
That would be the
They don't-
easiest thing.
They don't have the deed at the house.
Oh,
The
that's
deed is in the
right.
territory of the other gang. That is why this is causing all the problems.
Oh, I thought the people that currently had the house had the deed, but the house and the deed were in the other people's territory, and they were pissed that they had the deed in their territory.
Currently, the deed, which is not in the Crimson Territory, the territory of the gang is in the Crimson Group.
Right.
The deed is owned by the other gang who are trying to take back over that territory. So the House of Ill Repute is in one territory. The deed for the House of the Ill Repute is in a different territory.
Then I don't have an allegiance either way between these two people. I just want them to shut the fuck up. So I'm also okay with just stealing the deed and bringing it back to the people that are currently in the place because it's a lot less trouble.
So
But that does involve us going somewhere else.
yeah, well, maybe that's what we do. Maybe we
Eh.
go find the deed and we steal it, and then we come back here, come back to the House of Ill Repute. I guess we don't have to be scary there then if we're being nice and giving them the deed. And
Like, well, we
then-
just found this on
Wait.
the ground. That
Wait. Vincent had an idea. Vincent has an idea. We
What?
ransom the deed for Francesca.
I was about to say that we should try to like auction the deed, but that's an even better idea.
I have ideas. I'm feeling good right now. We
Mhm.
need to do something about it.
Yeah. Are
I'm
you
about
getting in touch with any of your bounty hunting contacts or any of your street folks?
Yeah, we need to figure out who has this deed and like where
Oh, you
it
do.
Yeah.
currently exists since it's not in the building.
I believe we need I believe we're on the information gathering side of things with like some sway or consort roles or some word on the streety type action. So if you have powers or abilities that allow you to garner information from the streets.
I have some sway. I'm really good at hunting and skulking.
Well, you'll get to hunt and skulk in a bit, because that's the actual, like, getting to the person to do the hunty and the skulky. But right now, you need to know where to start, which requires the talkie and the talkie.
Can Sparrow?
Unless you want to go full Batman, Vincent, and just start holding
No.
people off of rooftops and being like, "Swear to me!"
I'm decent.
Like,
I'm
I don't-
decent at the talkie.
Can I
Yeah,
help?
I mean, I've got
Yes.
2 in consort and 1 in sway.
I want someone who's not Vincent, because Vincent's now too excited on his high of figuring out he can ransom a piece of paper for a human life, which is kind of what bounty hunters do anyway. But the
Yeah,
paper
that
just
is
happens to be
kind of
cash.
your whole shtick.
But he can't fi-
mouse. Did you?
Oh, baby.
He's hunting. They're hunting.
Anyway.
Katie.
But yeah, can someone not Vincent try and like learn maybe some info somehow?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can definitely do fuck.
I have a dot each in command, consort, and sway.
Well, I need some other info from fucking Jerry. And he's the one that gave me this goddamn lead. Maybe he's learned some more info.
Mm-hmm.
What was the big rival house?
Our rival?
He
Our
was supposed to
rival.
be looking into someone for me.
Well, was it for our rival or was it for? Oh, words are hard. Names are hard.
He was working undercover in the Level house, right?
Oh,
Or is
those
Level
are our
our
rivals.
No,
rival?
he was. Level was your rival. He was
Okay.
working undercover in
our
Bastion.
rivals.
Who
That's
who
right.
may
He
or
was
may
in
not-
Bastion because that's when I heard the kerfuffle of the birthday speech. Yeah, because I'd asked him to start digging into Level because he wanted to case a joint and tried to get it to do our house, and I was like, nah, look into Level. So I want to know that so we can just like dig them even deeper because I don't think we fully ruined them yet. But then I also want to know if he's
And you
learned
recently
anything.
stepped on Bastion. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get in touch with Jerry, aka Razorwind.
Absolutely not.
Does Jerry have a hot friend I can talk to instead?
I mean, depends. Did you like the big or small guy he had with him is more attractive? Is that what you?
I don't remember.
Need Jerry
They
to
like
have
my
a fraternal
cheese.
twin, so it like really hurts him.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see if Jerry has a hot friend. You could try to sway see if Jerry has a hotter friend to talk to.
No, it's fine. Jerry's the one that gives me info, and I hold it over his head. We'll talk to him. Plus, he's scared of
See-
Vincent, so I have that on my side.
You do? Do you bring Vincent with you to go talk to Jerry?
Do you want to go talk to Jerry?
I'll sure. Who's Jerry?
Oh, so you remember? I don't think you had passed out yet. I think it was a different competition when someone was like yelling about you shooting people in the dick and was trying to like get a angry mob to come at you. That was Jerry.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go scare a little. Let's scare this little fucker. t-
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
going
they're
to the
gonna go
usual
scared-
haunts, try and find them.
They're gonna go scare Jerry. Is the Sparrow and or, I'll say Briar catches you guys going out the front door, as you're leaving, because
Feel like we should not like. Feel like we should be doing this as a group effort.
I mean, you can. You two. I mean, you and Briar could go off and find information from other places, because you do know there are nobles that frequent this house of ill repute.
Yeah,
That
I
is-
don't know
that
if
is-
we really are the people that they should be bringing to the local street haunts. But we can definitely look for other stuff.
There are several other locations you could possibly get information from about this house of ill repute. Now that you have more information about nobles visiting it and what goes and what, like you can kind of put some other pieces together, as well as like the names of people who work there even. So
We can do that.
they're off to go. Like you'll catch Babs and Vincent on their way out to go. And I think does Vincent put on his brand new The Castrator cloak? I assume. 'Cause that's
no,
your advertising
no,
right now.
That is
In gold
purely
lettering?
for. That's for purely social events. I only wear
okay.
the cloak that tells you that I castrate people with a gun when I'm
Mhm.
going out to intimidate people. No. I wear my very typical street clothes. I'm not looking fancy. I do not wear
Okay.
the Amari eye patch for this event. However, if like I wear my cloak and if anyone like gives me the stink eye at my one eye, I just like flip it open to show my rifle.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, I guess not my rifle, my pistol. Rifle's on
pistol.
my back.
Yeah. Yep. So they kind of head out. You leaving. It sounds like leaving the Sparrow and Briar in the foyer, because I just like leaving people in foyers. They're just so useful for leaving
I like
people.
the word vestibule.
We're meeting back up after the fact with info.
I
That
believe
sounds
that
like a
is the
plan.
Beautiful.
So the two noble people, what would you two like to go off and do?
Is there some way that we can get like a staff manifest, like House of Ill Repute payroll?
You could not. No, they're not going to have like House of Ill Repute number 37. Here's the payroll. But what you can do is you do have contacts inside your new allied house that do know about the house through Babs, and there are also other nobles you can talk to about it. So you do know they frequent that place. You do know they have some vested financial situations in that place. So you could discuss the financial ends of looking to invest in the house if you wanted to, because you know they're already invested in it.
Yeah, I
Or
probably
you
would
could
have like
ask-
given y'all the info for the bodyguard of the guy that I talked to. That kind of gave me some info.
It sounds like the right thing to do then to meet with the allied house and use that to glean information, because it's not even fully technically a lie. So
Patrice.
No, it's not. There's no actual lying there. You're legitimately looking for information. All right. So you guys are off to go talk to Felix.
Patrice. I looked at the wrong game.
Okay, Patrice.
Patrice.
Felix
Sounds
is
good.
Daedalus in City of Mists.
Yep, I
I
looked
think.
at City of Mist instead of Court of Blades notes.
Yep.
Too many games.
I-
Too many.
So
games.
And they
many
both start with
games.
C's,
Don't let
and
me
it just
take on this
really.
many games ever again. On God.
So many games, not enough. Yeah. But yes. So what group would like to go first? Because I feel like one group will be more chaotic than the other. So. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Taylor. Yeah, that was directed directly at you and Logan. I have a feeling one of these two groups is going to go more chaotic. So I will go with the noble group first, because it'll be probably pretty easy.
Fair enough.
I assume you said the
Cause some
servant
chaos
to
and
ask.
spite.
Yeah,
I-
you know, to send a raven ahead of time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we'd like
Send
to
a
meet.
servant to do this
Yeah.
thing. You want to meet? Do you want to meet in public, or do you want to meet in private? Is the universal question.
We can. we can pretend to be intellectual and meet in a tea house.
Done. That's what I was going to recommend. You do meet in a small tea house with the bodyguard is unfortunately with his client at the tea house, so it's you meeting with the other noble and his bodyguard in the tea house. Do you invite the Desmond, or does the Desmond stay home?
Desmond is the Vidya's love interest.
Yeah, Vidya's who's this is his uncle, so.
What I know socially, I just want to make sure. I don't want it to come off like, oh wait, no, wait, Vidya is coming with me, not Babs. Then
yeah.
I would say I would leave that up to you.
Up to me? Yeah,
yeah,
I'll join. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm open. I like I'm totally fine with your BF coming.
Yeah,
I do not. Yeah,
I'm down. Mm-hmm. We can all go.
Mm-hmm. So, invite Desmond. Anybody else invite anyone else? I'm double checking. Make sure there aren't any other invites over here on this side of things. For this, not a date. It's just a social meeting that happens to be in public to display some sort of relationship, but it's not a date.
But it's not a date.
No, definitely not a date.
Not a date. You take me to nicer places than this on dates. Are we clear, Desmond?
Yes.
This is not a date. This might be a rendezvous. It's not a date. So you arrive. It's not one of the nicest tea houses in town, but it is a nice tea house that specializes in basically fruity teas. So they're some cherry blossoms and some plums and some they kind of specialize in sweeter teas. And when you arrive, they are already there. They kind of have a private booth situation going on. It's kind of got the overhang, lace overhang situation where you guys can kind of speak in private, and the only people that are really going to be able to hear you is if you're using Nax. So it's very clear, if somebody's casting magic in the corner to spy on you, that's what you'd be dealing with. So
I keep forgetting there's magic in here, but just none of us
yeah,
took it.
we took no magic characters, so I do remind every once in a while. So you do this
We all
thing.
just wanted to be hot and dangerous. That didn't necessarily.
Yeah.
mean
There's
you
nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Is it hot and dangerous or hot and messy? Because it sounds like you're all.
Look, it can be both.
I have seen a hot mess.
I took that dude down in that joust.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Done and done. I'm making sure. You arrive. Desmond perks up, is happy to see you, and make sure to move the lace away so you guys can sit into the booth. It's kind of got the it's booth seating and not chair seating, so it's kind of like that inlay booth that kind of dips into the ground situation. So the five of you now kind of do that. Where do you what is the seating arrangement? The bodyguard's kind of standing towards the exit to make sure nobody rolls up on you all. But it would be Desmond, the old man, and I assume Vidya's sitting next to Desmond, and then Briar's sitting next to Vidya on the other side, or does Briar scooch in with the old man?
I will sit on Vidya's other side, I think.
Sounds good.
I was trying to figure out if that was the right answer or the wrong answer. The reality is that I don't know.
I don't think there is such a thing.
I have anxiety. There's always a wrong answer.
It depends.
Somehow.
It depends on if Briar starts suddenly getting very handsy with Vidya in front of Desmond.
Absolutely
And then
not.
a full honor duel situation.
Don't
But I
think
think
that's.
I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't know.
No.
I don't think that's how Briar rolls. Briar could be I'm gonna cut another boy. Take some. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going. Briar's in grief mode. I don't know what Briar's violent grief response is gonna be.
I am totally in control of the situation.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel in control? No. But yes, so you sit down, arrange seating. The bodyguard kind of stands outside. Desmond kind of starts making small talk with Vidya, and this does allow Briar, if they want, to kind of just engage the old man, if they wish, about what goes on. You do know he has knowledge of the House of Ill Repute and has invested in it.
Yeah.
Or Vidya could start taking over the conversation. Let Desmond know that it will talky later, dear. It's really up to you two.
thoughts?
I'm
on...
fine to do a little tag team
Yeah.
action.
Rompin', stompin', let's begin. Come on, party people. Sorry.
First of all, it's lovely to meet you face to face. I know that you've spoken at length with Babs and that you know Vidya, but we haven't really gotten to speak, so it's our pleasure to come meet with you.
It is not often my nephew gets invited to the same meetings I do, so I figured it'd be a chance to show him how business is done less formally, as well as he speaks very highly of Vidya. And your friend Babs is a delight. It's nice to have someone who's more honest and less wanting to climb the totem pole that is the great game.
And, part of what I like about being an Elmari is the company. Perhaps my favorite thing about it.
Fair enough. I hear the Elmari have been making interesting company as of late. I do give my condolences to you on your loss.
Thank you. Appreciated. That's a deal for a later date. We actually wanted to talk to you today about this house of ill repute. This whole deal that's going on. We were maybe thinking about acquiring with them, merging with them, figuring out something along those lines. We were wondering if you had any opinions to share.
Oh, you're looking to make some investments.
Yeah.
Elmari doesn't sit with does not currently have investments in that arena, from my understanding. But given our new alliance, I can discuss some things with some individuals and see if there are some shares opened on the board. Right now, there's a bit of an issue with the riffraff, or as some of my compatriots would say, I would say there's an issue with well-armed individuals who are monetarily motivated, and that they have not come to some sort of formalized conclusion, which may get bloodier in the near future. It comes down to that one of the gangs controls the territory, the other gang controls the deed, and we'd like for that to be taken care of. If Elmari could see to that, some shares could definitely be opened up to make sure those coins can head into your coffers.
Video, what say you? That sounds like something that would align with our interests.
Vidya seems to be
You're
speaking
muted.
to
So muted.
land.
Vidya says, I agree. I think that could work quite well. And she looks at Desmond and she goes, don't you think, dear? But it's definitely not a, she actually wants Desmond's opinion. She just wants Desmond to agree with her.
I think if you set your mind to it, dear, you can do whatever you wish.
Very delight.
Yep. So, but yeah, basically through you guys, I'm not gonna make you roll because I think we can expedite this into kind of what you want out of it. Because I assume you're looking for more information.
Yeah.
What you kind of get out of it is that this particular house of ill repute goes by the name of the Red Lotus. It specializes in, basically, for lack of a better term, exotic attractions, aka things that aren't normally found inside the city or people that aren't normally found inside the city. It attracts the attention of the nobles because usually you can get illicit substances you can't normally get there in a controlled environment that's relatively safe. They are known for their discretion, and they are also known for their particular... what's the best way to put this? Their particular employees are also known to have that kind of exotic flair. They're very much this is a taste of the exotic and special type of house of ill repute. Not just hey, we have good this or we have good that. It is very much, oh, we have things that you can't get anywhere else in the city. So for a city that is arguably the center of the world to a degree right now, this is come look at this particular attraction from this place that nobody's seen, or this from a foreign land type situation. It's very much that. So that is why it has a reputation for being relatively safe for nobles, because one, it is kept super discreet, and two, it is rarities. It is very much that supply and demand of rare things, be it illicit materials or rare people with rare particular skills. Like,
That like legitimately sounds like something that we should be interested in acquiring.
I
Not
agree.
even for like personal gain, yeah.
No, straight up. I'm just like, shit, that's good business.
mm-hmm. And so the stocks have been kind of cut up between, some of the other noble houses. They don't name because you're basically don't have stock in the building yet, so you can't name it. But they want the situation dealt with so this doesn't turn into a bloodbath between the two. Because the issue is these two gangs. It's basically if you set up next door, you're gonna attract relatively rich clientele who are gonna buy a thing or two, like on your way through. So these gangs are making money, not necessarily protection, because if they push the protection racket too hard, there will be blowback. But there is a level of protection payout. There's a level of keeping certain people away from this. So like people who don't like certain families aren't in that area, won't be found in that area at certain times when that particular noble family might want to go to this particular house of low repute. So the protection racket is real, but it's not like the same protection where it's like, oh, we're going to burn this building down. It's basically protecting your social clout because they make sure there aren't people who are going to be in your business in the street because the gang is effectively doing a muscle job at the time. And that's good money for a gang. Like that is that is all income, no effort. So yeah, it is good money for those gangs, it's good money for those individuals. It's definitely in a place of, hey, this is gonna kinda work, but nobody's really sure what to do in that particular space to fix this particular gang war because the person who has the most street cred is the man you're sitting with, and he's still very clearly a noble. Like, he's a noble that likes to fashion himself of the people, but there's still that disconnect. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that disconnect of, like, how much does that cost? Oh, they make bills that small? Whoops. I completely forgot they came in singles. I don't carry anything less than 20s. Like,
Oh my gosh.
there's still that kind of disconnect. He tries to play himself off as a man of the people, but he's not.
Mm. Is it possible for House Almari to, like, for example, buy out, like, the various gangs? Like, is that a way that we could, like, take control of the situation? Or am I barking up the wrong tree?
You could, but that would be, like, you'd be having to pay out aggressive sums of money in this situation to buy off the gangs.
Maybe not.
You
Maybe not.
do realize the plan that Vincent and Babs came up with of taking the deed is, like, will resolve the situation in a manner that there will be no dispute anymore.
Okay.
Paying off the gangs is probably not the one that will make you money. It'll be a money sink. It is a solution, but it's way more of a short-term solution. The long-term solution is we now hold the deed goes back to the house, the deed is in control, and we don't have to worry about this becoming a thing later.
Do we want to
So.
share this idea with
Got it.
Felix
Cool.
and Desmond? Or should we just say, like, we'll handle it?
Socially, just saying you handling it and then having it handled looks the best for you.
Alright, yeah, then I'll say, kind of, this is really helpful for what we were planning, and I think that we'll have it covered for you.
Excellent. They let you know. They'll pretty much call the meeting at that point in time unless you guys have anything else you really want to do in that particular meeting. No. You have some lovely teas. There's some lovely desserts and snacks. They're very sweet, and they're very tasty. Tea time. Huzzah. Back to the streets. Where do people want to start? Do you like go by the bounty office to look for some bounties in the area that you can swing down for money? Do you arrange just a meeting with Jerry and immediately threaten him? What's the options do we want to go for in the streets?
Wait.
I just like saying in the streets.
Can I see if there's a bounty for Jerry?
There is not.
Is he
a bounty for
fucked up
Jerry,
again?
apparently.
Oh, he hasn't fucked up again. God damn.
Nah, he's on parole. No, he's not even on parole or probation because I
Damn it,
assume there's not a
Jerry.
parole or probation system in this particular government setup. I'm just going to assume there's not. I could be wrong. There totally could be.
Hey,
But in
it's
this
your
version of the
game
world, there's
today. Yeah, there's not.
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just going, yeah, local haunts, trying to figure out where he is, asking his bros, maybe specifically more attractive ones, but like that's not neither here or there. And then yeah, just try and find him. I mean, Babs is like one track mind, so unless Vincent pulls her somewhere else, she is on the track.
I
Sure.
am at this point trying to make sure the house is on this, taking care of business. So yeah, let's just look for some haunts.
Go ahead and give me a consort or sway if they're also your friends. You're totally looking to hunt down Jerry. Are you telling a story about how you're trying to hunt down Jerry, or are you just hunting down Jerry?
Um,
Are you trying to spin a yarn about how Jerry done did you wrong again?
No, I just look really intimidating every time I ask someone, "Where's Jerry?" You know, like I just have this look where people are like, "Oh, Jerry fucked up." You know, I just want them to be
Sure.
questioning of like why exactly.
Sure.
Can I help?
Uh,
Because I have
You
some
can
sway as
assist.
well.
You
Okay,
can. You can totally assist for a third die.
there you go. Get a third die in there.
uh, I have two because I have two in consort, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now I have
Mhm.
three because I'm getting help.
Assistance.
Okay. So one of these days I'll learn how to play a Blades game. One of these days. Oh, 2 1s and a 6.
All right. The
Nice.
6 is the only one that matters. The 6 is the only one that matters. So you're like, where's Jerry? And then like in that, like you guys hit like the first spot, and they're like, well, we think he's down the street at one of the bars. And you head into the other bar down the street, and you roll up on the bartender, and you're like, where's Jerry? And as you do, Jerry like turns the corner to like go back to the bar and get a drink. And the bartender's like, there's Jerry. I'm like, it's very much like,
I just give him the smile. Hey.
hey, Babs, what's
Hey,
going
Jerry.
on?
Hi, Jerry.
Fucking, why are you hanging out with the dick shooter?
You really shouldn't call me that, Jerry.
No, I will not be intimidated by your dick shooting, dick shooter.
Sound
don't
a
really
little
care.
intimidated.
I don't care if he's intimidated. I'll just shoot him in the dick.
There you go.
I
You
don't
know,
care.
maybe we could not resort to dick shooting if Jerry gives us some good information.
I mean, it's gotta be good information.
It's gotta be good.
Last I heard, this guy was talking shit. So,
No, I wasn't talking shit. I was speaking truth to power about a dick shooter. That's what I was doing.
You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe you're just manifesting this, Jerry. Maybe you're manifesting the dick shooting right now. Think about that for a moment. Maybe you're manifesting dick shooting.
Let's go talk about some information, Babs. And like he is unhappy about the Vincent in the general vicinity.
Good. Okay. Yeah. I will follow along. Where the hell? You think, like, after years and years and years of doing Photoshop projects and now drawing, I would learn to label my layers. But instead, I just lose what I'm doing. Constantly.
Me currently scrolling through unlabeled players.
Yeah, I was like trying to shade something. I was like, that's wrong. But yeah,
Why would you
so
label layers? That would take effort.
that would be responsible, and that's not me.
Yeah,
So
that
I will follow Jerry. I assume there's maybe a little side room or a corner table or something.
No, he's at a table to the side, and it's like him, and he's got like another dude with him. It's not one of the two guys you saw on the bridge. They don't seem to be around right now, which are actual like people that don't suck. It's some other dude, and he's like, Fred, this is Babs and Vincent. Vincent's a bounty hunter. Like he says it in that disdainful voice. And Fred's like, "Sup?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Sure."
I'm always impressed with the names of the people you find company in. It's anyway. So Have you done any digging on that little string that I told you to follow?
Yeah, actually.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The level thing. Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they made some bad investments recently, and like they're looking for some new places to invest. Um, Gold don't rust though, so they're not going to tell you they made bad investments. They're going to spin it as like they meant to do this thing and gut this place. They recently had to sell off some warehouses. Um, so in theory, if they couldn't get everything out in time, there might be a good little thing there, as well as it's a nice place to set up shop because nobody own them right now. So combination of decent scrounge and decent shop setup.
Do you
They have
know
a handful.
what these workshops were?
Where they're
Like what,
warehouses.
or what the warehouses were for? Like, was it any type of industry, or was it just?
My understanding is they were holding. They did a lot of trading, so I heard there was some fabric in some of it, so that might still be worth taking, especially if it's nice fabric. People pay good money for a nice fabric. I mean, you know that now. You're a high muckety muck major house person now.
I know, like at me. Anyway, well, good info. They're hurting a little bit. We'll work on that. Um, you want to maybe like next week might be too late. I look over to Vincent. We could probably have what we're doing wrapped up today, right? And then when is that like ball thing?
Like 3 days from now.
Yeah, it's 3 days.
So maybe like tomorrow. I'm not too busy. We can go hit that warehouse. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Because I'm not letting you guys go alone. I want to make sure we're getting the good end of this. Well, good info, but I don't know if it's good enough. I have one more little question for you.
Sure.
Or I guess multiple questions. One more topic for you. Okay, this
Sure.
whole thing with the south side and the what was the other color? It was a color name. It was like
The Sharks
red,
and the Jets. No.
basically. Red
I believe it
masks.
was. I believe it was the Crimson Blades.
Crimson
or something
Blades.
along
Who's
those
the
lines.
red masks?
I don't know.
There's the Red
But they're-
Skull.
Did I say red mask? It might have been the red
Was
mask.
think
there
I said
Red
red
Lotus
masks.
earlier?
Yeah, it was the Red
is
Lotus and
tea
now the
house.
red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
There's a lot of
So
red
The two gangs we've named months ago that are
Yep.
still becoming
Yep,
relevant,
yep.
but now we can't remember the names for.
yeah. Southside Breezers. I see what you were trying to do there before. Then you did it even more, and then the red masks. So that thing, those people. I've been doing some digging in it, trying to maybe hush some shit down. But I think I need to talk to people a little more tied into the whole deal. Do you know? I've been able to track down some of the organizers on the Red Mass side, but you got any lead on who may be kind of calling the shots for Southside? Who's got this deed or like the most pull in the situation? We can maybe have a chat with.
I mean, the most pull is clearly gonna be their shot caller, and that's been freaking Eduardo for a while.
Do we know Eduardo? Is Eduardo a popular
you know
person's
you
name?
know Eduardo. Eduardo has a decent sized bounty on his head. Eduardo also kills bounty hunters that come for his bounty if you try to collect the bounty on his head because he don't play games. So
But
if you
two
come
bounty
at
hunters
Eduardo,
at the same time.
if you come for Eduardo, you best come correct because he doesn't like. He's like, if you're here to collect my bounty, I'm not going in easily, and then he stabs people. That's what Eduardo does.
Well,
He also tends to roll pretty deep, which is why bounty hunters are like, the bounty's decent, but it's not worth getting got over. And because a lot of you guys work alone, he's figured out if you roll 10 deep everywhere, bounty hunters don't fuck with you anymore.
all Vincent heard was good bounty is on the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
We did pack for a fight.
Did pack for a fight. We did take some house perks that are going to help in a fight, and I did take personal perks that are going to help in a fight. And also, you've got like this real hot bounty hunter that you know that could also maybe help. I don't know if you're in for sharing bounties, but
Oh, that's like. Ooh, okay.
it'd be a cute
Fight,
date.
Fight,
Oh my God.
Fight,
It could be a date.
And then I'll just
Okay.
third wheel it and make sure no one dies.
Date coordinator. Our date happens to be just shooting and killing people.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
As dates go.
As dates go. Well,
That's how dates do. Dates do with the murders.
I guess. Okay. Yeah. I said we could find Aerosol, the bounty hunter I know. Aerosol, excuse me, and we could maybe
Nope,
make
it's
this
aerosol now. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's yep.
Okay, that's fine. We'll accept that canon.
that's good.
We'll go find them, and then we're gonna go ahead and see if they're willing to kind of make this a little bit more of an even fight.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah.
So, just to kind of wrap up with Jerry, Vincent, do you think this was enough information that he can walk out of here with his dick intact today?
I look at Jerry like incredibly like stoically, and then I wait for him to like break or try to like intimidate me back. What is he doing? I'm just kind of like staring him down.
His response is kind of this. He looks around the bar for a moment and looks back at you, and he doesn't like break, but he's like, "I'm sure you could shoot me in the dick again, but you're not going to shoot me in the dick in this bar full of people, because that's just bad for everybody."
You know what, Jerry? You're right. I'm not gonna shoot you in the dick in this bar. That's true. But you know, keep an eye out. And then I just stand up and like, let's go, Babs. I'm done with this. Fuck.
Yeah, as you like leave the bar, he like it's clearly a really delayed response. He's like, "I'll keep them both open," like he's trying to come up with a comeback.
Good for you, Jerry. I just need one.
I stick my head back in after we walk out the door. I flip him off and be like, "Tomorrow, we're raiding that warehouse," and then I leave.
Not if your
Bring
asshole
friends!
new boy. Not if your new friend shoots me in the dick. I'm not.
I'm not just gonna shoot him in the dick.
I flip him off again through the window as we're still walking.
It's such a waste of ammo just to shoot him in the dick. Like,
Right? He's got to deserve it a little more than just being an ass.
yeah, ammo's expensive. He's not worth my time.
I understand. Fully understand. So anyway, couldn't help but notice you did have that hot bounty hunter friend. Is that the plan? Is that
Yes, that's the plan. They are good at hunting, and it's cool and shit.
is it cool? Just like, wow, that's cool, or like, oh, it's cool.
I don't know what the other one was. That one with the.
Do you like them?
I like lots of people.
No, I mean like romantically, possibly. I saw a lot of like really intention chatting the other day. I was like 12 shots in, so I could be misconstruing it, but
Listen, it's a thing. It hasn't been a thing. Apparently they flirt with me, and I'm just not catching on to it. So here's the deal. Yes, I would very much like this person to like me, but they already do. But then my brain doesn't know how to do that unless I have an end goal, like a chasing goal. My brain doesn't work 100%. Do you get it? Do you understand?
honestly, yeah, I definitely do. I will say, if they were just waiting for you to finally realize that they were flirting with you, they like you as you are. So I don't think you have to do anything other than just be open to them. like reciprocate.
Okay, so that's the problem, being open to people. Most of my problems are solved with a barrel, the barrel of a gun. So relationships, I've done it. It did not work well. I mean, I'm a divorcee, so that happens. So listen, let's go check this out. Let's see what Aristotle would like to do, and maybe you you help me coach through it.
That's gonna be such a bad idea. Yeah, let's do it. I am so bad at relationships. Let's go. You saw my ex.
Wait. Did I shoot
I mean,
your
not
ex in
like
the
real.
dick?
Yeah, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to a relationship. I appreciate it. It got me out of it. And relationships a very strong word. It was a lot of like when the timing was right.
Okay. It was more of a relationship of convenience than it was a relationship of passion.
Fully.
Yes. Hmm. I get that.
All right.
I get hired by people who, want me to kind of fix that situation from time to time.
Hey, and you did it for me, and I didn't even have to pay you. Appreciate it.
That's a freebie.
Love it.
All right. So how do you go to contact Aristotle? Do you go to the bounty hunter channels? Do you personally swing by their place? What do you try to do?
I think
Not that you know where their place may be. Their P.O. box maybe?
I think I can send Casselia, my raven, with a message.
Mm-hmm.
Can I I don't probably know where they live. That's a rookie mistake. You shouldn't tell people where you live.
Correct.
So instead, probably Celia. Is there a dead drop somewhere that a lot of bounty
there's a
hunters
dead
use?
drop. Yeah, we can do some dead drop or through some bounty hunting channels.
Yeah.
It'll be basically what you'll get back is in a few hours that they're working, and they'll meet up with you in a few hours because they're currently doing a thing.
But no details on what that thing is.
Nope. They're working. Like you asked to meet. You didn't send a hey babe, what's up? What you doing? It was we got a job. I assume.
I didn't say.
I have a job. You want to split a bounty? And they're like, I'm already working, but I'll meet back up with you in a few hours. And so go ahead.
I was gonna say, at this point, shouldn't it be obvious that me asking someone to work on a job with me is the equivalent of flirting? From my point of view, come on.
Sure, but they're also in work mode. They're literally in the middle of doing a thing.
Okay, fine.
They will
understand.
have you. They will have you meet them in a few hours. Probably in one of the bounty hunter hovel hideout hidey holes.
Okay.
And they kind of arrive. They're in a cloak. They arrive. You can kind of tell it's them because they roll up and they're like, "What do you need, Vinny?"
Holy shit.
And it's this probably the last time you saw them, they were that kind of airy elf, probably in the 5 foot 9, 5'10" range. This is a 5'3", dark skinned, clearly of some of not of a normal European descent, but clearly an East Asian, very exotic air quotes descent for what the city would be. And they're wearing a cloak over whatever else is on the lower half of their body type situation. They're not showing you the rest of the goods that are going on there. But yeah, what do you need, Vinny? What can I do for you? You said
my eyes are just so big, and I'm just sipping my drink, watching this. Gotcha.
Hi. Okay. So normally, I work alone. But I have. It's not like I am actively trying to go towards this job, but Eduardo.
Yeah, Eduardo. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah. So it turns out that the house I work for could really benefit from something that he has.
Okay.
And it just so happens, by circumstance that I'm a bounty hunter and you're a bounty hunter.
I am.
And he has a bounty on his head, and Babs, what do I say?
And he also has a lot of backup. Apparently, he's got a reputation for murdering folks. So if we,
Oh yeah.
maybe I'll go in together, but mostly you two. I'll just be like making sure shit doesn't happen from afar while you two really kick some ass together, you know.
So you're just here for moral support.
Oh, I'm gonna stab a motherfucker if I gotta. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm also going to be actively trying to steal something from his office while y'all are probably killing him. So really, y'all are a distraction.
That's fair. I appreciate your honesty. So you need a distraction that could end in a bounty.
Yeah, I fully assumed we were going to get that bounty. So
that would probably be smart because then he will know who to come after if he's out.
So is this a house sanctioned bounty? Is your house sanctioning this bounty?
He would, honestly.
Let's say they're going to.
Sure. Yeah, you wanna give me a house sanctioned bounty writ, and I will be more than happy to show up and help you deal with Eduardo for sure.
Okay. Do we need that now, or can we kind of?
I mean, we don't have to go right now. I was gonna change like everything about myself.
Yeah,
I came right out of the other job. I was currently doing some surveillance, so I came right out from the other job.
Yeah, you do that.
This is a very good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, it's very stealthy. It makes you look like you could kill someone. It's really cool. Like
a really big one.
So
I'm aware he's a very violence motivated man.
It's not so much violence. It's more of like the execution and the glory of the hunt.
You literally just use the word execution, so that doesn't work in this scenario. I'm just letting you know. Just making you aware. Just not helping your thing. But yes,
I'll work on my words.
Give me about 45 minutes because growing that many inches hurts.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna reassess and retool and sleep it off real quick or / deal with it. And if you can go get your writ, we can go right to work, buddy.
Yeah. Let's do that.
This also lets you get the other half of the party, so I'm not splitting the party anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vincent awkwardly nods and goes, okay, yeah, let's do that, and just starts staring at the ground, not looking forward. Let's go. Let's get everyone. Briar does official things. Vidya does official things. Let's do it. Go.
It was very nice meeting you. I'm excited to watch you kill people.
Well, thank you.
Good luck on growing inches.
Yeah, it's just a pain.
Growing pains? Shut the door.
Oh God, was that bad? Was I bad? Was that okay? Was that good? Was that fine?
Honestly, I think of anyone in the world, they will understand what you're trying to do.
Okay.
And that was the most complimentary I've ever heard you be, and also probably the most I've heard you talk to someone that isn't me.
Yeah. Well, okay. Listen, people mostly suck, but when it works, right?
You should keep that line. You should tell them that. It's a very you thing to say, and I think it'd be endearing.
Okay. Let's make our way.
Yep.
All right. So you guys head back to the house, and you guys can exchange your informations and do the thing. So, you're all together.
We need a writ.
That's gonna be my new thing.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know if Vidya can do that. I think that feels like an Uncle Omar thing to get the writ.
I mean, your name's official.
No, you could issue Vidya could have a writ of bounty issued. That just means that your house is officially after this person. So basically, what you're doing is giving qualified immunity to the bounty hunters that are going to go after this person. So your house sanctions this bounty, meaning that things like collateral damage get billed to you rather than the bounty hunter getting in trouble. It is a legally binding document that makes you financially responsible for things going awry in the pursuit of said bounty.
We won't make anything go awry.
Listen.
You could
I feel like I
definitely have
should-
one issued. If it goes really well, Omar will be happy. If it goes really badly, Omar's gonna be like, "Why are there 3,000 florins missing? And why did you issue a writ?" It's really a question of, do you want to ask for forgiveness or be like, "We did a good thing later"? How much faith do you have in the team? That's really the question. Do you ask for permission or forgiveness?
I'm gonna ask for permission.
Mm.
Not
Fair
because I
enough.
don't love this team, but like just in case. I mean, like Logan's character did like have a big injury at one point. Like I'm just saying.
Listen, that was because I was in a race and not with a gun.
No,
I did really
true,
well with
true,
my gun.
True. Listen, fair and true, true and fair. I would
Mhm.
rather. I'm sure Uncle Omar. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Just give me 5 minutes to clear it with Uncle Omar. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So you go to clear it with Uncle Omar.
I do.
Do you take anybody with you, or you just go by yourself?
I feel like everyone's welcome to join. This isn't some kind of secret. So whoever wants to join can join.
So you get to Uncle Omar's study. There is a Matthew there trying very hard to play what appears to be a chess equivalent with Omar, and he is not doing well. Like, it's clearly one of those things where he's supposed to be trained as a squire on how to play this game, and it is clear Uncle Omar is like you know the guy you see play chess against 6 people at once in the park? He's kind of doing that to Matthew, where he is clearly doing like another thing and kind of drinking and being silly, but still engaging with Matthew a bit, but not trying. Like, he is just, the poor squire is clearly in over his head in this chess equivalency.
I'm gonna go up behind Matthew and go, move your knight to A5, pat him on the shoulder, and return to my position in line.
Do you ever feel like Omar's just cheating? Like,
His house, his rules.
okay, fair enough. Okay, that's true. Yeah. He feeds me
Two
cheese
words you'll
and
never
meats.
hear again are house lose. Like, but yeah, so that's the kind of scene you guys kind of walk into. And he does, by the way, he takes your move into account. Omar smirks and chuckles and is very pleased to see at least somebody's paying attention. You're like, check is now 7 moves away instead of 3 moves away is what you did. You have postponed the inevitable quite greatly.
Give him a little confidence boost to try again another day.
Yep. But yes.
Uncle Omar, very quickly, I just want to confirm with you. We need a writ of bounty hunting.
What writ of bounty do we need? Who are we officially not liking right now? That we're issuing a writ of bounty.
And she
writ of bounty
gestures
about.
to like Babs and
Vincent.
Vincent. Thank you. I was having a blank moment. and
Vinny,
it just
good,
gestures.
good old
Oh,
Vinny.
Yeah, so it's this guy Eduardo. He kind of runs the South Side gang. He's got a big old bounty on him. He's a real piece of shit. But if we do that, we can nab that sweet little deed for that house that all the uppity ups are all up in arms about, and possibly make a little business deal from what these two were talking about, pointing over to Briar and Vidya.
Yes. There's a lot of.
Please enlighten me about this business deal and this
Well,
house.
There is a lot of unique and unusual items that you can't really get elsewhere that's available at the house. So it's not just a house of ill repute, it's also a house of really good stuff.
Sure.
Luxury.
It'd be good for the
Luxury.
Almaris to have access.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and issue. Let me know how many stakes in the house are being offered after we achieve this, and then push for twice as many. It was very clearly, he's like, be cutthroat in your business decision, take everything you can. They want to give you an inch, take 3 miles.
Got it. Can do.
Not a problem. Yes, sir. And they'll have servants bring you. Then you're free to go get your writ of bounty.
Thank you,
Beautiful.
Uncle Omar. See? Easy peasy.
Let's go fuck him up!
Let's go.
Babs yells as she runs down the hall.
Let's go.
Okay, thanks, Uncle Omar. Bye. Bye.
Go stab this person. Bye.
Oh wait, Vinny, do you have a weapon?
I've got plenty for you. So many flings.
Just like the sound of clattering.
Yeah.
Consults character sheet. No, give me one of yours. It's probably better than anything I got.
I give
Alright,
you
take-
just options.
Oh, love options.
Okay. So, can we meet up with Aristal?
You can. Again, when you meet up with Aristal, they have taken on that androgynous appearance from like when you guys were at the Marshall Fest from like the first 3 game sessions. So they're once again hyper lithe, kind of elven, very androgynous. But anybody who's paying attention, especially like Babs and Vincent, who saw them earlier, like their skin is kind of red, like it's had to heal recently. Like it's like, and they're also 6 inches taller. So it's a little bit disconcerting. It's like they might use magic to alter their shape and appearance on a regular basis. That may or may not be healthy for them.
Yeah, Vincent looks concerned, like for a bit, and he's just not sure how to deal with it. I'm worried about them.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't
Oh,
look
okay.
painful.
Hi, we're
Hey,
back. We got.
we are. We got a writ. Oh, I see you brought your friend. They look to Briar, who doesn't shoot. Briar, was it?
Hey, there are only so many hours in the day to learn how to do everything. I'm working on it, but yeah, it's Briar.
Okay, sounds good. I'll get to see your blade is not for show again. You might
That's
have to do more than take a little nick off somebody's face, though. You know that, right?
I'm really, really good at bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I guess that is like a statement, kind of a conversation. People will die tonight. People will die by our hands. Is that something that you feel comfortable doing, Briar?
Why? He's like immediately, like, his face is immediately red. Like, why are you asking me that?
I ask you only because I find it prevalent to make sure my team is ready.
I will tell you what I told Omar when he first picked me up. And that is, I will kill if I have to, but not because I want to. Because I'll never want to.
It's a good attitude to have.
Aristal will lean over and kind of like jab you in the ribs with this lengthy elbow and be like, "You just haven't met the right person. One day you'll want to. Trust me."
That's true.
I should introduce you to my mom sometime.
Sure.
I don't know if you actually want it. So for bounty hunters, that might actually be an invitation to hunt someone. So
Please don't hunt my mother unless I explicitly pay you to do so.
well, that's a given.
How much are we talking to hunt your mom?
I don't
Like
want
literally
to.
goes into business mode. Like when are we going? What are we like? How do you want your mother hunted in a particular way? Do you want retrieved?
No,
What
I'm
parts do you
actually
want?
still confused about how the stable master that I grew up with actually isn't a stable master. That's still where I am about the visit home.
Cecilia, right? Cecilia? No.
Cecilia. Yes, she's breaking your heart.
That was fun. That was fun to find out from you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There is this thing about living here where it turns out the people that you thought you knew you don't actually know. That's kind of why I, like the house, because I know what most people are about there.
Sure. Also, Rit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got that.
They literally kind of do grabby hands like Rit, like.
Here.
Thank you. Because they basically need that on them if they get stopped by the guards to basically be like, "Ah, don't bill me. I did nothing wrong." Like,
It's kind of like an insurance policy.
Listen, I am giving you the writ, but I trust that you will do your job properly.
my reputation is sterling for a reason. And you said, so there are 5 of us now, so that's only 2 to 1 odds. Some of his boys are going to be jokes. Are we competing here, or are we working as a group?
What's a better motivator for you?
Oh, neither's a better motivator. I just want to make sure that if I make one is competition, which means if one of you gets injured, it's not my responsibility. One of them is camaraderie, which means if you get injured, I'm going to make sure you don't die.
Oh, well, I was planning on making sure no one died, so I think if we're all on that, none of our people die. If we're all on board
Yeah.
for that seems preferable.
As long as, hey, camaraderie is camaraderie. I'm fine in the spirit of camaraderie and not the spirit of competition.
We could
Alright.
still take a body count, though, while we're at it. Just saying.
I was gonna say, can we do like a point system?
Yeah.
Like maybe
Point
Guys,
or-
we need to get the job done. Does it really matter?
Sure. I mean, fine.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from doing whatever. My eyes are
So
closed. but
Aristol leans
I would
over
like
to
to get the
Vincent.
job done.
Aristol leans over to Vincent and be like, "We're not going on double dates with Briar.
No,
They
it's
are.
just-
They are not."
I mean,
Babs is very small in comparison, especially to this. Is just looking up like, oh my god, oh my god.
okay, listen.
Did
the
y'all
kids
hear
are
that?
The kids good at
Sorry,
heart.
I'm trying to carry out my dead brother's dying wish here, and you guys want to take a kill count. I don't think that I'm the one that's in the wrong.
Okay, maybe it's just not the right time. I mean, dead family, it is a little emotional. Let's give him another chance.
No. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know you lost your brother. My bad. Do you know who killed him yet? Are we gonna kill him now?
Well, probably my parents.
We're handling
Again-
that.
or
Again,
Emily.
hunting your mom. Let me know.
Listen,
No.
I'm
as
for it,
as time
actually.
goes on,
Can we get to the
All right.
point?
We do need to get to the point of putting points into people on the point. All right. Sweet. They literally start just a symbol, they're wearing a kind of a long coat, and they're like do and start assembling a spear and loading a gun and making sure they're checking their equipment at this point in time, and are kind of just ready to go. And instead of me engaging an NPC, I'm just going to use this NPC as a bonus that you guys can invoke at points in times if you want for more dice.
Cool.
That is how I'm going to state this usage of an NPC, as well as a free flashback that one of you doesn't have to flashback for. So I think that's a fair, easy way to use the NPC rather than it getting spotlight, because that's not what we want to do. I will point out that if you do use the NPC a lot, then it will get a high kill count. That's how I'm going to determine kill count with the NPC. That if you're just invoking it all the time, then it's clearly kill stealing. But yes. So, you guys managed to track down through your channels and means and other things. And now you're writ and you're hiring up another professional bounty hunter. Your target. They are located probably near the center of the territory this evening on a random weekday, of the center of their gang's territory. How would you like to go about getting there? Are you looking to sneak in? Are you looking to announce you're coming and shoot a signal flare? What are you wanting to do?
Vincent is a sharpshooter, like a long sharpshooter, so he just needs a good angle. So maybe someone needs to scout, and then we can get a good shot on as many people as possible, and then storm the building. So
I'm a good
Who wants to
scout,
scout?
plus I'm from here. So,
So it sounds like we want a stealthy approach.
mhm.
We're gonna be sneaky. Who's our lead sneaker?
I'll lead sneak.
You will lead sneak. All right. So we all know how this works. Everyone rolls sneak weirdly enough. If you pass, nothing
Skulk?
happens. It's skulk.
Right?
If you pass, nothing crazy happens. You can invoke an assistance from the NPC, by the way, if you want to, Taylor. If you fail, let me know, because Taylor takes stress, because Taylor is basically covering for the group.
Well, I will
Taylor's covering.
use her then for an extra, or them for
Sounds
an extra.
Them for extra.
If I have no dots in Skulk, how many die do I roll? Just one?
we roll 2 and then take the lower one.
Oh shit.
Correct.
I also have no dots in Skull, so that's what I'm doing. Shout out
thanks
to a failure.
Oh no! Thanks to NPC, I got a 6.
Mhm.
That's another 2 1s and a 6 roll. That's the theme I don't like today.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 5.
Mm-hmm. So we're good. We're good. And then we had 2 failures down there. Is that what I'm seeing on the?
I got a 1 on both of the die.
Oh.
okay.
I got to be fair, I got a 1 and a 4. I just had to take the 1.
Mm-hmm. You did have to take the 1. So Taylor, take 2 stress
Okay.
because you do succeed overall. Your roll is the roll that counts. You're just having to deal with Briar and Sparrow being the least stealthy people you've ever met in the history of stalking the streets to a degree.
I'm a key. I'm meant to do that talky, not the skulky.
You should put that somewhere. That's a good line.
I'll get tattooed on my arm.
Sure. Go for it. I'll hold you to that. But yes, so how would you like to describe how you got these 2 stress, Taylor?
Yeah, I think that while we were sneaking around, it was one of those things of where I would be in like a really good position and then there would be loud noise from behind me from one of the 2, and so I'd have to double back constantly. So I'm just a little exhausted as I'm just like, okay, in position, like trying to like almost there, and then there's a guy that looks and I'm like, oh fuck. Don't want to be seen. Don't want to be seen.
Running back and forth, running back and forth, running back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Definitely though is not like trying to show it. Like I feel like Babs is one of those that's like, we're doing great, team.
So Babs, heavy breathing Babs gets you all exactly where you need to be. And you are able to observe the gentleman who you're pretty sure is the leader, surrounded by probably 7 or 8 guys. Like a couple of them are playing cards, a couple of them are doing this, a couple of them are doing that. But they're kind of chilling out. It's not an important or impactful evening. They are in what you would consider to be like, I wouldn't say an office building, but you know, like one of those houses where the front area of the house has been renovated to be like a business area.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like somebody's home / business that they're kind of taking up a part in. And like from all the signs you can tell, it's somebody who's like, I do fortune telling, and this is also my house.
Okay, so here's what we need to do. Babs, you need to find the deed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us need to cause as much of a commotion as possible, take out as many people as we can as cleanly as we can, and then we need to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably with Eduardo.
Mm-hmm. Are you just going to collect Eduardo conscious, or are you just collecting Eduardo's head?
Is there a difference in pay on bounty? Like, is
Yes, if
dead
you
or
bring him
alive?
in alive, it is way better.
Okay. My level of professionalism wants to get the best pay, so yes, alive. The rest of them don't count for anything, right?
Not enough to make it worth your while. It's very much a Cowboy Bebop situation where, like, yeah, they all have lesser bounties, but Eduardo is the one that matters.
Yeah.
And lugging back 4 to 5 bodies is a whole lot harder.
Yeah. So we just need Eduardo. Okay.
I can make a commotion.
What is Vidya's like big skills? What can we rely on here?
Sway.
You could make a
Sway
commotion.
is the hottest. I do have a dot in Tinker, Study, Survey, Command, and Consort.
I would
But
like to
sway is the
propose an
most.
idea.
Yes.
Would you like to pretend to be a duo of some kind, either people that work together or a couple or siblings or something, that have like stumbled in through here as if they've come like drunk from a bar fighting
Yes.
and basically
so
like took a
down.
wrong turn and walked straight into the wrong property?
Mm-hmm.
I'm super down. I love everything about this.
Perfect.
And while they're doing that, Babs, you need to, get in, and Aristal and myself will have our weapons ready to kind of start the brawl if we have to.
do you guys want Aristal to like cover the two people that are going to walk in the building and like be prepared to like enter the fray while you're shooting into the building, or how do you want to handle that?
I mean, what does Aristal use for weapons? Normally?
Aristal is it can do very long range weapons, but Aristal is kind of a mid range, arguably killer, but like uses a spear and like a handgun.
Yeah, they did have a spear. Let's have them kind of watch your back, and I'll be spying with my rifle in hand.
All right, so I'm going, because we are at time right now, and we still want to do one or two other things. I think we're going to make a couple rolls, and then we're going to script this scene out. How does that sound for everybody?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Hooray.
All right, so I will need the Skulky roll from the Babsy Babs. I will need the Sway roll for the Distraction, and I'll need the Shooty roll for the Vincent. Let me know. As a side note, Vincent and Babs can definitely invoke the use of Aristal. If the Sway team would like to explain how they invoke the use of Aristal, I will totally accept that as well.
So I've got 3 dice for Sway.
You should definitely roll it, because I have 1 dot.
I have 3 dots in Sway, so I'm gonna roll 3 dice. I don't know how I can tag in Aristal. But
would you be able to get any assistance because I am helping you in the ploy?
Does
I'll allow assistance roll.
Okay, so
I'll allow assistance from Briar for 4 die.
Haha, so that's 4 die. And then can I push myself, aka take 2 stress for 1 more die?
You always can, or you can take the queen, or the lady's favor.
Nah,
instead,
I got room. I got room.
You're like, I got stress. I can work out.
I got 5 shiny dice. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2, 4, 5, and 2 6s.
Well, then you are in great shape.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey.
Super mega good distraction is about to happen.
Yes.
What did our hunter do?
Okay, so for this, I guess I will use wreck because I don't have anything in skirmish. I really should have done some stuff in skirmish. Unless I can use hunt for this.
What does it say you can use hunt for?
I will look that up because thankfully I have the.
Just remember, our house special ability I believe was deadly, which means we can add 1 action rating to hunter skirmish. I don't know if you did that already.
Not yet.
Aha! So you can add 1 dot to skirmish.
I'm just gonna see.
Because that's a house benefit that we took as deadly.
I'm just looking to see.
Okay.
What is that supposed to mean when I say I hunt? I mean, hunting is a very complicated thing when you think about it.
Because it's some things are not always covered by the skill you think they're covered by.
Yeah.
Looking up exactly what.
You carefully track a target. We already kind of got past that point.
We did.
So let's go ahead and I'll use wreck because I have 1 in there.
Or you could use your 1 free skirmish if you want, or you could use your 1 skirmish assembly if you haven't already assigned it from your house trait.
I didn't assign it from that, so it doesn't. I would have only 1 in skirmish, so I guess it's the same. It's the same regardless. But because I have sharpshooter as a special ability, I can push myself to do something specific. So I'm going to push myself to give myself 2 die. I'm going to take the 2 stress.
Okay.
But I can go ahead and, when the time comes and I think things are right, I'm going to unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress our targets.
Sure.
Which is going to be kind of everyone. So as soon as they go in and things like, oh shit, I just start blasting.
Yeah, no, you start Cyril Figgusing and scream suppressive fire.
Yep. I only have 2.
Are you going to invoke the use of Aristal to help that as a bonus?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't build exactly like I expected things to happen, but you know what? That's life. You can't plan for everything.
You cannot.
Okay. Oh, it was a good thing we did that. I got a 2, a 5, and a 6.
There we go. And
So
what did we get? Yeah, you're clearly taking the 6, so you succeed. And what did we get, Taylor? In our
5.
last. You got a 5. Okay. Sounds good. This is going to go off mostly without a hitch. But last session, Vidya invoked, or Leona invoked a lady's favor that I'm just kind of sitting on because all the good things happened. So definitely gonna have a bad thing happen. It's probably gonna happen to Taylor because Taylor
Oh, no.
rolled a 5 and everybody else rolled 6s. The dice have determined what will happen to Babs.
I do have a thing, but I want to see what's going to happen first to see how I can change my odds.
You can always, yeah, exactly. You have most odds changing things. So you got the two of you roll up to the front door. What do you? And you're like, we want our fortune told. Is that what you guys just start doing? You want to use the thing that is clearly closed, but even though the door is kind of open and people are kind of there.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, look at this place. Like, just videos pretending to be super drunk and be like, honey, come on, let's go in.
Okay, I'm going as fast as I can. And he fake stumbles, regains himself a little bit. Does that say fortunes?
Fortunes.
Yeah. Fortunes. Yeah. And this is clearly like, they're kind of doing the thing where they're setting you up. Like, they're like, it takes a moment. They eventually, most of the guys stand up. They start trying to escort you out. This clearly lets Babs swing around the back without really being seen at all. And like moves in and, easily slips through a window, makes their way and starts rummaging through the documents, looking for this deed pretty easily. Vincent's like, I'm seeing everybody. Everything is kind of lining up because of the way they're trying to escort, because of the great distraction your two friends are doing because they rolled 2 6s, so they're the best distraction you possibly could have asked for. Nobody has noticed Aristal, like, on the roof above the window, like, ready to Batman entrance if need be. And they, weirdly enough, it's like fate has aligned, because you also rolled that 6, where, like, they're standing, so you can, like, counter shoot between Vidya and Briar without even hitting you. They somehow managed to completely avoid all lines of sight. And you have your shot, and you have your moment, and you're just like, and then I started blasting. This, by the way, might be a little bit disconcerting for Vidya and Briar, because, like, all of a sudden, like, you're standing there, and, like, the guy in the very dead center, like, the back of his head disappears, and he falls over. Like, Vincent is not shooting to wound. Vincent is shooting to kill.
I think Vidya's instinct is to hit the floor. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should hit the deck.
Yeah.
Call me Vincent the Dick Shooter, but I'm also just shoot anywhere else, honestly.
Yeah, but that's not as fun to say.
He'll shoot either head.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what's funny to say. I was waiting for somebody else to do the joke, not just me. Yeah. So as this happens, everything seems to be going just fine. Like, you two hit the deck. Vincent blows away the first 4 dudes without anybody noticing. Unfortunately, your actual target was by the back office door and just dives through the door when the shooting starts, because that's the smart thing to do. And Babs finds herself looking in the windows of the soul of the guy that you're here to take, and you haven't found the deed in this exact moment.
Oh, I don't even know how to use my thing to get out of this one. I don't even know how to use my thing to get out of this situation.
I mean, if I see a dude start running, I feel like that's a good, like...
Oh, no, he dives through the door. Like, the shooting starts, and his response is to dive through the cover area that he's
so I didn't really see him run away. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't do the I run away. He did the fuck, I'm getting shot at because I'm a wanted criminal and bounty hunters try to kill me on a semi-regular basis.
Okay.
Like,
I don't know if I'm smart enough to, like, try and find this dude. Don't think I am.
I'll leave that for Babs here in a moment, as she's locked in the back room with the boss mob. And like the other dudes start to like set up fire. And I'll give Briar a moment. One of the dudes like literally comes up and like is having that moment of like gets covered by where you are and is clearly having the debate whether they want to shoot you or not. Because there's bullets coming in through the window. You guys just came in. This is this moment of like, I can do nothing and this person may shoot me, or I can do something and guarantee I'm not going to get shot. You're muted, by the way.
Cool. Assuming that we're sitting next to each other-ish, or close by each other, I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna give him, like, a...
Sure, give me a quick sway roll. Give me a quick sway roll.
That's fair.
That's a very swayable thing right there.
Yeah, I'm not looking to hurt him if he's not gonna hurt me. Can I take the lady's favor on this, because I only have one dot?
You can totally take the lady's favor. You can always invoke the lady's favor.
Oh god, I'm gonna get shot. I rolled bad.
What'd you roll?
I'm gonna get new dice. The higher number was a 2.
Oh my.
The lady did not favor you.
No, the
Lady did not favor you.
No.
You could always invoke for third die with the NPC if you wanted to.
I suppose so. I suppose I'll roll one more die. That was a 4.
Okay.
Putting the other dice back in the bag. Goodbye.
Goodbye, dice. You're done with you.
Bye.
So yeah, that's a complication.
2.
So yeah, so you raise your hand up to like do the motion over your mouth, but it doesn't make it all the way up to your mouth. You do it across your throat by accident in the heat of the moment.
Oh god.
So you signal that like I'm going to kill you, not I'm going to shut up. And they go to like raise their weapon to shoot you, and as they do, Aristotle just kind of comes out of nowhere in that super lithe way, and like this guy's arm comes off at the elbow, and Briar is suddenly sprayed with a bit of blood, just like moment. And I'm gonna have you take some stress as your complication, because I can do stress or a complication with the lady's favor, and a 4, so it's gonna be some stress, because this. You've done a lot of simulated fun, like, hey, knightly, courtly combat. This is, like, not that. This is in the streets how
This is
people,
real. Yeah.
This is real. This is not fun time. This is, I am now have blood on me. This person is going to, like, this person might have almost shot me, and they're probably, and it is stressful for you. It's the first time Briar's really kind of seen this. And as, like, it's also real disconcerting because you're watching, like, what appears to be someone who's human, but you know is magically enhanced, like, also lively dance around this firefight like they're in the middle of something. So not only is it, like, I have blood on me and this is awkward, you're watching somebody who enjoys this work. Like, it's a weird mix of, like, watching somebody dance. Like, except it's not a dance of, like, I'm in a ballroom. It's a dance of, I kill people. I take life. And that's kind of
that stress kind of manifests in that Briar is kind of frozen because he doesn't know if he should help the person whose arm just got shut off right in front of him, or run. So he's just kind of in like the freeze instead of the fight or flight.
Yeah, you froze instead of fight or flight.
Yeah.
Super legit. And like the guy kind of slumps, and like Aristotle finishes them, and you can like as the guy's face falls down, you're like, this person's probably younger than you as well. So this is probably somebody in their like 19, 20 maybe, and you're just watching the life go out, like that moment of like, this is what some people just do. And I feel I'm not going to get deeper into that because that feels like that's not fun for folks, but that's the experience that generates that stress. It is getting cleaned up here pretty quickly because Vincent's still blasting and like shooting through the walls and stuff. Like, you're like, this is why you're like videos like, well, this is like videos like, I'm gonna eat some Turkish delight, and this is why the family hired him. No,
Jerome.
No, she's gonna try to help. She may not be good at it.
Oh, she's gonna start blasting as well. Okay.
Well, that I don't know if she's much of a blaster so much as maybe like a stabber. Like she's trying. She's trying. I don't know.
No, you could totally help. I didn't know if you were sitting back and watching Vincent do work and being like, "This is why we hire. This is why the family has acquired his services." No, you're like,
No.
"Oh, that dude ran up, shank."
Yeah. I'm trying to help.
Let me know how you're trying to help.
This is serious shit. I think.
And then we're gonna go back to Babs and Babs' dilemma.
Well, Vidya's got 1 dot in skirmish, so I think she's trying to do the fighty thing. She's got a small blade or 2 in terms of the gear that she owns, so she's definitely trying to stabby stab. She also has throwing knives, so she's probably she's using knives.
Is she luring them in and go to sleep shanking, or is she throws a knife and just I didn't do that. I don't know where that came from. Must have been somebody else throwing knives at 180 degrees, ricocheting them off a wall.
I like the second one. Oh, it wasn't me. Where did that come from?
I don't know who else 360 no-scoped you with that throwing dagger, but it wasn't me.
Me.
Cool. Give me a quick skirmish roll to see how you add and collaborate.
Okay. I have 1 dot in skirmish. I'll just go for it. Oh my god, it's a 6.
Yeah. How do you take out? I'm gonna say you take out the last person. How do you take out the last one of these thugs in the area?
I think this dude's just trying to get away, and she's got a little throwing knife, and she just kind of goes whoop, and it just kind of hits him in the back, and he kind of just falls forward.
Back of the neck and just flounce forward as you disconnect his spine from the rest of his body. Yep, just thud.
Yeah, okay. Probably. Just
legit.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that happened.
Wonder who did that.
As all this is going on, Babs is now in the room with the dude.
And I've come up with something.
Okay, what you got for me?
My brain did a thing. Okay. So I have my party crasher where once per errand, any flashback where you have arranged a distraction or deployed mayhem costs no stress. I think that's what we're doing. When drawing attention to yourself, take a +1 effect. I'm gonna keep his attention, hopefully, because then I also looked in my gear because I forgot we had specific gear. And one of my things is a fine bit of blackmail. So I would like to do a little bit of a flashback of, we had a few hours while we were waiting for, not Aerosol. And so I was just thinking, this guy's a piece of shit, he's got all of his backup thugs. He's got this big operation going. He's got enough bounty hunters after him. He's got a reputation. There's got to be something that we can pull on there. So did a little bit of digging, a little bit of asking around, going around some of my old haunts and some contacts and such, to get a little bit of blackmail. What it is, I don't know. I could keep talking and something will come up unless someone has better ideas of what blackmail is happening, because the idea will come if I keep talking.
How dark do you want your blackmail to be?
Dark enough that he will stop and listen to me. I think it needs to be something that stops him in his tracks enough, because I'm collecting blackmail. I mean, I have things to hold over. Well, not everyone's heads, just Vincent's, but lots of other people too, So we'll see what this one is. But it's got to be something so bad he's not worried about being turned in for a bounty, the bounty hunters are here, but this could come out and that's a lot fucking worse.
I think he has an heir. He is not publicly known to have a child. I think you dug up the fact that he has a kid. And that would put that child in danger from other crime bosses.
Okay. Then yeah. I think he busts in the door and we're looking eye to eye as I have my arms in his desk, just looking up over it oh shit. And then I'll just reach back with my other hand and my bag and just hold up a picture of his kid. And just stare at him.
You could also just name his child.
Yeah, it's more fun just looking at it though and be like,
Sure.
Look at this artist rendition, because I doubt photographs are a thing yet, but it looks pretty. It looks right? I turn it around to where his name is.
Jamal's the name of the kid. You're like, boom, boom, done. And he just kind of looks real defeated. And he's like. And, you distract him long enough, because this is clearly a distraction.
Yep.
To where Aristol just comes in and hamstrings him and he collapses.
Yes.
He does yell out in pain because he just got hamstrung, but
Yeah.
just thud and collapses. Because
You're
you're
not
bringing him
dead.
in alive. You didn't say unharmed. Those are two very different things.
They're
Exactly.
different things.
Mm-hmm. So you find the deed and you
I
acquire
will
it.
wait till he gets pulled out before if I like he'll put the pieces together, but I want him to think we were there collecting the bounty more than anything.
More than anything. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
wait till he gets dragged out by Aristotle to finish collecting the deed. As by the way, Aristotle is going back, like you get that knife throw, and Aristotle's like, and pushes the guy off to the side as he starts to fall towards them, and she's like, gives the sparrow the finger gun, like, I see you, kid, I see you with your 360 no scope. And yeah, so I believe we can call it there. And we can do the turnover of the deed to get the last bit of information, and then you can set up for your gala where you're gonna, I believe, embarrass mommy. I believe that is the plan here.
dearest.
Mother dearest.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Cool beans. Alrighty, y'all. Are we smiling and waving, or are we doing outros?
I believe we should do outros,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We should do some outros. Sure. You want me to start, or do you want me to name somebody to start?
You start.
I start. All right, hey everybody. I've been Paul. I've been the storyteller for this penultimate episode of Court of Blades, because we got one more to do. And then if everybody really loves it, I'm sure we'll come back and maybe do some more. I know Max wants much more Briar time
I could
all
play
the
this
time.
forever. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, there you go. But yes, so I've been Paul. You can find me at Cincy0GP or Paul Merchant 6. I'm listed anywhere on the internets. You can also find me on High Shelf Collective and Lost Caravan as of late. It looks like I'll be doing some more stuff over there as well. And here, of course, on Apochromatic. And if you don't know, now you know. Last but not least, you can also find me on Response Team Omnicron, which is an actual play Lancer game. And if you don't love Lancer, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Go get more Lancer in your life. Giant robots rule. First, foremost, and all those things in between. And I'm going to pass the mic to Max, actually.
I'm Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. You can find me most consistently on Mondays on Take Your Roll, doing a dual system and dual cast campaign of Vampires versus Vampire Hunters. That's also a POC majority / led campaign. And I actually don't think that this will air this week. I have something this Friday, but I think it will already have happened by the time this comes out. Otherwise, I think I am taking a little bit of a break after this. And I will now throw to Logan.
Hello, my name is Logan, also known as Logan the GM. You can find me as well on the internet, pretty much under that, handle anywhere. Anywhere that I think it's worthy for my presence to be. You can catch me here in Apochromatic doing all kinds of fun things like this. We also have another City of Mist game and other fun Lancer-related things, possibly. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Again, we don't know exactly when things are launching. Time is relative. But you can also catch me from on Tales from the Table every other Friday night, playing in a Expanse RPG game where I play as Wolfwood, an old preacher man, and that's probably all I got. I will throw it to. Ooh, got it like a 50-50. Who I'm gonna go? Let's go, Leona. You can go.
Ooh, it's me. Hello, my name is Leona. You can find me on Twitter at the Leona Maple, and that is the best place to find me. Follow me and keep up with what on earth it is that I am doing, because even I don't know most days. However, it has been very fun to be Vidya Almari, aka your Sparrow, aka your Key today. And yeah, I think that's all I got. I am going to throw it over to Babs, aka Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor at _potato_. Yeah, you can find me mostly over on High Shelf Collective, where I run some cyberpunk, and all of my life actually for the next few months is just going to be cyberpunk. So catch me doing that there. Also over on 2000 Tales Roleplay on YouTube and now Twitch, I believe, where I'll be running some cyberpunk. We also play Big Gay Dice Game, which just concluded with Masks. I don't know what's next, but it'll be something under the Big Gay Dice Game brand, because we can't do anything except be really fun and gay. So that's what we do. And then Oh yeah, also over on Lost Caravan, and then of course here on Apochromatic, where we are a BIPOC ran and loving zine to be all of these actual plays, just a real fun community to uplift everybody's voices here. So keep an eye on what we've got coming. But I think other than that, I'm just a smile wave.
Bye.